How's it going, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be walking you through a trade I did take this week. It was a scalp. I'm going to be showing you what I could have done better, how I kind of handled that trade, pretty much everything in between. Risk management, how to adjust your stop loss, all this stuff is going to be included. But before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click that thumbs up button, and click that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Now, this trade was on Apple. I'm using On Demand by Thinkorswim. What this does, it records the market and allows you to go back and trade any day. The only difference, I will be trading shares on this when I was trading options during the week. Reason being, the options lag on this for some reason. And sometimes the charts and level twos, it's a little behind. So I'm going to do my best here, kind of walk you through my mindset, my thought process as I'm taking this trade, how I'm watching level two, kind of give you a little bit of everything during this video. So stick around to the end. Let me unpause it here. Okay, we're watching Apple above 160. I'm watching the bids to hold above that with some size coming in. That's what I like to watch. I don't like to overcomplicate it. The best way to learn level two is to simply watch it and learn it during when the market's open. And keep in mind of your spreads always. Well, always pay attention to the difference between the bid and ask, especially on options. I'm going to go with the 500 share size. Okay, there we go. I thought my chart would froze up for a minute. I'm watching the bids to hold above this. I'm going to buy the ask to get in this trade. I'm not even watching the chart right now so much as I'm watching the bids. Okay, I'm still watching. I'm watching the 1 minute chart, by the way. I usually watch the 5 minute and 1 minute. Well, definitely 1 minute trade. I watch the 5 minute more than anything, but for this video, 1 minute's gonna be easier to see what's happening. Okay, we're getting some above it. Let's try a little there. Oh, the chart is not cooperating. I'm gonna see if it lets me sell the. This is definitely lagging. With what I've seen on level two, we're struggling to hold that 160.2 area. That's why I got out quickly. Now let me show you all something here. Let me pause it just for a second, if that helps any at all. I did make $45 off that trade. Just, tried to give us a false breakout there. And I did happen to take, I think I got caught in it a little bit, but I did hold through it. And which I followed my trading plan. It never hit my stop loss that I was looking at. It turned into a decent trade. But let me show you all how I could have handled that better. See if we can get back above this. I'll get back in this trade if we do. The bids are holding on the level two. The chart's just lagging behind. You can see my active trader here. Let's see. There we go. Where we at here? 160. Back down. I got in on that candle, rather. I remember now. We had this nice move up. I took most of my profits up here. I did leave some runners. And I ended up selling back down here when it pulled back, okay? Now, one thing I should have held there because we never failed this. We never had a candle open below this 9 EMAs you see here. Let's watch it. Yeah, see? A lot of times it will do that. It will come back and retest this area, especially if the 9 EMA is close to the level you broke. See how this plays out. Stick around because I'm going to show you the best entry possible for this trade. And it wasn't until after I looked back that I seen it. But I have taught this before, and this is one of my favorite types of trades to take. I guess 300 would probably be my stop loss on a trade with this size. Now keep in mind, if you're going into the trade to make $1,000, you're not going to want to risk $1,000 on a day trade to make $1,000. So if you had a $10,000 position and your goal was a 10% gain, $1,000, your stop loss should be around the 300 area. That way, if you lose 50% of your trades, you still can be a profitable trader if you manage your stop loss right. I'm going to take half my position off there because we're back at the 5 day. Still got 250 shares running. Now, the type of trade that I'm waiting for is when it comes back down, once we get some candles open above this, it's going to come back down and retest this area. And that would be an excellent place to buy in. I'm going to go ahead and sell my shares here so I can buy in when we come back down and retest. Okay. Spreads are really good on Apple right now on the shares, as you can see. We can wait on this retest. I'm watching level 2 because it seems to be a little bit ahead of the charts on this on demand. Well, I may have missed the retest. Be patient. Watch level 2 with me here. We're looking for the bids get down around that 160 area for the retest. They did get down to close to it, so I may have missed it on this. But the entry you're looking for when we break these, you're looking for a candle. When we break these key levels, like on 160 here on Apple, you're looking to get above these and have some candles open above them, 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever you watch. You want to see it come back down and retest that area. You can purchase some call options right in that area. Because a lot of times what it does when you have these big moves up, it leaves some orders unfilled down in this area. It pulls back, picks up them orders, then continues on. And you can simply manage this trade. If it gets away from you, you can simply get it out below that level for a break even, small loss, whatever. Or you can use the 9 EMA as your judge if you have a candle or two on 1 minute open below the 9 EMA. Or you can just simply follow your trading plan that tells you, I'm going to take some right there. We're at that area again. Sometimes people keep a physically written trading stop loss, and that's exactly what they follow when they trade. They know their average position size. They know how much they're willing to risk during each trade. And a little thing I like to do before I trade, I always accept the loss before I get into the trade, if that makes sense. That way it's not a shock to me, because I understand not all trades are winners. And what's going to separate you from the losers is how you handle losing trades. That makes sense. See what happens here. We've talked about that. You know where my entry would be. This could take a minute to play out. Now, let's talk about stop losses. When I set my stop loss on my active trader here on Thinkorswim, I simply go, let's just say $300 my max loss I'm willing to take. Let's go down here. And it's set, right? Now, keep in mind, when you want to sell some, you have your stop loss set, but when you sell some, you have to cancel that out. Okay? Now you can sell. So, let's go, say we want to sell half our position. We're in the green a little here. We can sell the bid here. Bids are nice. We'll sell right there. Yeah, okay. We sold half our position. Now, the remainder of our position will be right here at what we paid to enter the trade. So when it pulls back, we're not giving back any profits that we already have locked in, right? I hope it does pull back and trigger that so you all can see, but I don't remember what happens after this. I think it has a decent move up off that retest. But, as we start moving up, you can even adjust it, move your stop loss up with this trade, lock in even more profits. And that's how you catch additional gains. You don't leave your entire position in to hopefully run, because if that entire position pulls back, that can get away from you quickly, right? You even give back profits or make for a big loss. I like to keep a pretty tight stop loss on my scalps. Like you seen earlier, you seen how it didn't do what I wanted to immediately? I just took my profits and I waited for a better entry. I do that occasionally. It's hard to give straight answers on all these different types of trades because everything is different. It's unique, right? Just like your trading style you're going to develop as a new trader. It's going to be unique from... Did it come down? Yep, it stopped me out, didn't it? Yeah. It's going to be unique from everyone else's. You're going to have different trading style from everyone else's. What works for me may not work for you, or what works for you may not work for me. Especially if you trade penny stocks. Them are definitely not my strong point. I do have a little technique I use, but anyways. So, what you should take from this, I know I was kind of scattered, but that's the point of this. I wanted to give you kind of my thought process going through these trades. But the key takeaways from this video should be, anytime you scalp off the opening candle, it's higher risk. It can turn around quickly. As you can see here, it tried to. But there was no reason to get out of this trade because we had not really had any move down past this 9 or 20. EMA on the 1 minute chart. This would have took a little patience. I did not handle this trade the way I would like to have, but I did make some money, and a lot of Team Boy did hold this and make good money off this trade. But the best entry I see here, the most high probability, safest entry I see possible here in this trade is right here off this retest. That would have been a very good entry. Could take it right off that level again at 20 EMA on the 1 minute there, and took this nice move up, right? That would have been a much better trade. It would have done what we wanted to right off. We wouldn't have been here sweating if it was going to hold above this level or not. We would adjust our stop loss when we sold sold half our position. You can sell your entire position. Nothing wrong with locking in profits completely. But I do recommend, if you can, if you have the patience for it, to let some runners run in case you do get them additional profits. Why not? If you know how to adjust your stop loss. So when I'm trading options, I'm looking for that first 10%. If it gives me a big move and it blows past that 10% right off the open, I'm awesome. I'm very happy. I lock in, sell half my position. I move my stop loss up to what I paid to enter the trade. I hope it don't come down and stop me out, but if it does, I've locked in profits from my first trim, right? But if it doesn't stop me out and continues on and reach, 50%, 60, 100, however far it goes, I've locked in them additional gains, and it's just icing on the cake. But I hope this video helped you all out. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon, and I will catch you next time.